In this video, we are going to set up some very basic animations for the top-down movement character that we had made. Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorial Diary. I am Yash from Game Developer Diary and let's begin the tutorial. So in the last episode we made this character move around the scene. This video is going to be a follow-up to the last video. So we are going to make some basic animations for this character and we are going to animate the whole scene. We are going to animate the trees and even the grass. So let's begin. I am going to start off by zooming in our camera because last time we wanted movement and therefore I had zoomed it out because it was looking crammed up. But now we want to see the animations clearly. So let's first go to our player and click on animation here. If you don't have this tab here, just go to window, animation and then click on animation. And you also need to click on the animator. So animator. So now that we have the basic settings done here, let's go and let's add some animations. So I'm going to go into the animation tab and click on create here. This will ask you to save it in some folder, so I'll make a new folder, rename it animation just to keep my scene clean and open it, rename it to be run animation and save it. And with that done, we have some basic animations. So the file is now saved, but we don't actually have anything. So before animating, let me tell you one thing, never directly animate the parent of all your graphics. So this object under which all the graphics are, because if you animate that, then no script is going to work. So remember that. So with that note, let's begin some animations. So basically I have the legs as separate graphics here, so I can directly animate the legs. If you don't have that, you might need some software like Krita or Photoshop to do animations. But if you make your character like this, so let me just show you quickly. If you make your character like this with separate body parts, then everything will be perfect. So you can just take your leg and you can move him up and down. So now let's make some very basic animations. So I'm going to hit this little red button and I'm going to click on his right leg and we are just going to make it a bit up. Then I'm going to move on this timeline so to 5 seconds. It doesn't matter even if you do to 40 seconds because we can scale it down afterwards. But I'm going to do on 5 seconds right now. So next one, and in this one I'm going to just make the leg come down and this leg go up. And that's actually basically our animations. So I'm going to copy paste the first keyframes. All I did is box select this whole, then press Ctrl C and Ctrl V on the timeline. So now we have an animation. Our player is running. I think it is a little too fast, so I'll make it a little slow, just a little. So yeah, there I feel it is okay. Yeah, that feels okay, but it still feels a bit lifeless. So let's animate some more. So you can animate again even after you are done. So I can go into the animation mode again and I can maybe put a keyframe here, not that keyframe. So, but you get the point. You can add an animation frame even if you have completed the animation. So I'm going to make his body go down in the first frame, his head also, even his hands. And then in the next frame I am going to make his body go up, so up, and now I am going to delete the last frame, copy the first frame and paste it there. So now we have somewhat of a good animation. So it doesn't look lifeless, it looks cool. So with that done, that was just the run animation. So now let's make some idle animation. So I'm going to create a new clip, rename it to be idle, and we are going to do the same. Just this time we are going to shift select the body as well as the hands. So let's select this hand, the head, the body, and in the first frame we are going to make it go down, and the next frame a little up, and if you remember, copy and paste. So that's it, that's the idle animation. But we want this to be slow, so we are going to box select everything, click on this thing, and we are going to increase it to be something like 25. And that's it, that's our idle animation. So we have some basic animations for the character. So now let's make animations for the tree and the grass. So the thing is, I have this thing, the tree, as a prefab. So if I animate just one tree, all of them are going to get animated. So I'm going to go into animation mode, create new clip, tree, and I'm going to animate it. So let me start by rotating the tree a little and a little to this side, and I think that's pretty cool animation. So that's it, that's the whole animation. It is a little too fast, so I'm going to make it something like 20 seconds. A little more. So now I'm going to copy the first frame and paste it just as before, right here. So I think now it is perfect. It feels perfect. It is not actually the most perfect, but you get the point, you can make it. So all I'm going to do is override supply all, and we're done. Go into the animator, and by mistakenly this has set the entry state to be run. So we are going to click on idle, right click, set as layer default, and all we're going to do is right click again, make transition to run, and make transition back from run. Then we'll go into the parameters tab, add a parameter of bool, call it speed, and that's it, we're basically done. So we'll click here, has exit time to be false, this is going to be 0, add this to be speed when it is false, and we are going to transition to speed when it is true. So that's that. Now let's go into the script. So let's start off by making a public animator. call it player animator or player A for short. Then let's make a new class called animation. And let's write all our animation code in this. So let's make the A capital and let's write if vertical move is not equal to 0 or horizontal move is not equal to 0, well then we want our animator, so player A, to play the animation speed. So we are going to type in speed, that's our parameter, and we are going to type it to be true. So we want to play the speed animation or the run animation, so we will make our speed be equal to true. And we also want to type if vertical move is double equal to 0 and horizontal move is double equal to 0, well then we want to copy this, we want to paste it and just make this from true to be false, and that's it. But before leaving, all we need to do is under the update function write animation and this, and we're done. Now let's go to Unity and let's see does that work. If you see, it's not going to work. The only thing that was left to do was assign the animator. So let's assign this animator and now it will work 100%. So as you can see, it is working 100%. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. This was it for me. This was it for this video. And don't forget to leave a like. It's a little thing but helps a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video here on Game Developer Diary.